Good night, visitor. It's PinkRidingHood in here. And tonight, we are with a new story for you. It's a very interesting one. It might be one that you might particularly be interested in because you're awake at this time of the night listening to this very recording. Tonight's story is called The Insomnia. It's about a girl. Her name is Starlet. Starlet is a very versatile young girl. You know, like one of those girls that love to juggle a dozen of projects in her hand. She's a PhD student, a valedictorian in fact, meaning ranked first in her class, a full-time computer science engineer, an amateur musician. She's playing the piano, guitar, violin, and also sometimes the harp. And there's a lot of digital editing as well. She's actually a digital media content creator. She's devoted to learn a lot of things. You know, all the popular software out there, lots of languages. She is Miss Creativity. In the nights, the internet is her playground. She loves creating, learning, and sharing. Her partners in crime are just like her. All the exposure of knowledge, though, has a toll on her. And Starlet suffers insomnia, meaning she cannot sleep at nights. She's always busy, buzzing around trying to do things. Sometimes she goes on days, sleeping only 2 hours a day, sometimes none. It's definitely not good, and she's aware of that. What is it that keeps her awake during nights? I can never stop, she says. If I stop, I die. If I stop, I change to someone else. I just cannot stop. I cannot sleep. There's just so much to do. So much to take in. I cannot stop. I have so many goals. You can clearly see from the dark circles under her eyes that she has been overworked. Recently they started getting worse, she thinks, looking in the mirror, almost as if she was looking at a stranger. Someone else, someone different, with shadows underneath her eyes. And then a whisper.
Change is inevitable.
Did I just hear something? She thought, gasping. I must be very tired, she thinks, and decides to go to sleep. Well, try to go to sleep. She passes out for only an hour and a half that night. She wakes up in the morning, goes through her regular routine. Then, just when she was about to forget about the whole thing that happened the night before, she hears him again. A whisper.
Don't you want to change?
She looks around, and then when she's just about to turn back to the mirror, she sees a dark shadow in the corner of her eye. She doesn't even want to look at that spot, because she dares to know that if it's real, what she's afraid of is going to change everything she ever believed in. You see, Starlet, Starlight doesn't really believe in anything. She's an atheist. Well, an agnostic. That's what she likes to call herself. You know, she respects all religions and all knowledge systems out there, but she doesn't want to be a part of anything. So she doesn't believe in anything. But what if there's something out there? Something we don't really understand. Perhaps this is what makes her believe in fairy tales and monsters, maybe the boogeyman, and the aliens out there in another universe. But she likes to keep these things to herself. Before she leaves for work, she just looks in the mirror. She's well polished, had a nice shower, put on her makeup, contact lenses, beautiful skin, beautiful hair. She's wearing her big girl's clothes, right? She's working as a senior computer science engineer in a medical company nearby. She goes down from her big apartment. And as she leaves the building, walking towards her car, she feels okay again. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful April day. She goes inside her car, looks in the middle mirror. She feels some kind of weird serenity. She looks herself in the eyes from the mirror, and she says, whispers, yes, yes. It's just hardness. I'm okay. Everything is alright. No. Everything is not alright. Everything is great. Then she drives to work. After work, she comes back home, does a little bit about her studies for her PhD. She's already done all her courses, just working on her research. Her research is about change itself. She's been thinking about change a lot lately. And she thinks about the words of Aristotle. Change is the only constant in our lives. She smiles at herself. All the stress and everything has been getting on her. There's something though, some thick air in her apartment. Something's different. In the nights, she doesn't want to feel like this anymore. She doesn't want to feel alone. She looks at her old poster on the wall. There's a lightning poster. And it says, "In the world where I once existed, time's path is no longer certain." And then right next to it, she hears it again.
Change is the only constant.
There he is again, she gasps. And lays down in her bed. She's scared. Scared of a monster? Or of herself? She's scared that the stress is making her go crazy. She's living so many lives. So many lives. That a normal person would only take one. But she prefers to do it all. She's on a constant run for tasks, one after another. And there's more future projects to come. Why? Why is she doing all these things? Should she really change? Should she let go? Should she just accept everything the way it is broken, incomplete. She's scared. Change is difficult. They say when we change, the old part in us dies. Something disappears. But wait, isn't this against everything we have learned in physics, in science? We know that energy cannot disappear, it's simply there. The Gaia theory. Energy cannot be destroyed or created. It is simply there, it just transforms. So what would happen? Who would she transform into? All these thoughts are running through her head. And she just so full of these thoughts, she can't take it anymore. She just wants to fall asleep. She doesn't want to work on her rock band project that night. She doesn't want to draw any manga, any animation that night. She doesn't want to learn a new computer language that night. She doesn't want to play the piano. She just wants to look at the stars and enjoy stillness, serenity, silence. And then there it is. She feels the sleep. Did she overcome insomnia? She lays down and simply lets go.
No, Starlet just changed, transformed into a new person, as if after she moves out, a new girl moves into her place. She is a hard worker, a dreamer, an idealist. Her name is Lillian. Lily is suffering insomnia, and then one day it happens. She hears a girl whisper,
Change is the only constant, Lily. It is the only constant. Never forget that. We hope you enjoyed that. Have a good night, and speak to you again in another night.